Well, hey folks, DC7 here. Thanks for joining me on the channel. Today we're having a look at a map from the Giants Modhub called East Coast Hills. And boy oh boy, this is going to be one critical little map review because this claims to be the East Coast of Canada. Well, I spent a number of years on the East Coast of Canada. I got to see a lot of great farming communities in Newfoundland and New Brunswick. I don't think I actually visited any farming in Nova Scotia, but there you go. So, see, the reason I'm critical is because not only am I Canadian, but, well, I can't really say that in the entire Farming Sim series from 11 on, have I actually found a quote-unquote Canadian map that made me think, oh, Canada, you know. So, without further ado, or as my East Coast friends would say, Lord Thunder and Jesus, boy, get on with it. We're going to get on with it. So, we'll grab our equipment. I'm just kidding. I don't even know whose that is. I shouldn't take it. Let's have a look about. So, let's grab our button. No, we're not. Okay. So, this is our farm. We've got our pickup truck here. Okay. And apparently a little bit of equipment over here. There we are. Alright, bit of a tractor. We've got our cultivator, our seeder, and our plow. Alrighty. In a shed big enough to put 70 of each. Ooh, I see there's a windmill going just like heck over there. Okay. Alright. Some... yeah. Pits for our shaft to make the silage. Wonderful, wonderful. Alrighty. We have our area for seeds and ferts. Or at least ferts. Are there seeds? Oh, yeah. Okay. Alrighty. More area de storage. Excellent. And, wow. Just in case you needed a good-sized silage pit. That is one big slurry tank. Holy smokes. Here is our barn de cows. Excellent. Alrighty. Let's see if we can quickly locate our cow me now buying section. Could it be this? Yes, it is. Okay. First thing I need to do here, though, is make us some money. Lydia, make me some money, honey. Let's start with, oh, I don't know. Let's just grab ourselves 100K, shall we? $100,000. Enter. Excellent. Okay. Now let's buy us some cows. We're going to buy, 10. There we go. Let's get 10 cows. Alright. All the other girls. Moo, 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 moo. No? Okay. Oh, there they are. Looking good, ladies. Lucinda, have you lost weight? Shame on you. Yes, those stripes make your butt look fat. That's the whole idea, dear. Okay. No, they're just crawling with cows. Alright. So that seems to be working. None of them were flying or had 3 legs and 2 heads or anything. So good, good, good. As for the rest of this, I think that's pretty much it for this bit of farm. It seems to be... interesting. Gotta practice putting down your concrete barrier somewhere, I guess. Alright. So, obviously this is the cattle farm. Let's hop in our yickup truck and head off into the wilds of Canada to see what we can see. And the first thing we see is a field. The field we own. the field we own, which is unfortunately already harvested. So, we're not going to get far with this. Looks like maybe it was canola. Okay, so there's what other fields? We might as well look at this while we're here. We also, that's a good thing. We also own field 17, which is apparently filled to the brimage with soyabeanies. Cool. Yes, cool. Alright, well, so field 12, yeah, used to be canola. Okay. So, that used to be some good money. And I suppose if you're in easy mode, it is in your silo. Of course, if you're in hard mode, you're going to wonder where the heck all your crops went. Alright, let's continue on. Oh, a fork in the road. Now I'm hooped now. I'm going to go this way. Alright, our first landmark. Yes, I have commonly seen this type of bridge in this country. So far, so good. The very thick, very dense coniferous forest looks good. Now, this is East Coast. There shouldn't be a super huge amount of undergrowth. And there's not, just a little bit. I mean, you'd probably have a bit more than that, but surprisingly not much more. Yeah, it's odd. Let's say the West Coast, you're up to about there in just a solid mass of anything that can find a root hold. You literally, it's like jungle. You need to cut your way through. And a machete doesn't even work. You need like a chainsaw half the time. Alright, so this is supposed to be a Canadian East Coast village. Oh, let's have a look about. Well, yeah. Hey, that's the same house we have on the farm. Oops, not supposed to notice that. I thought it was original custom built. Alright, so here we have our gas station. And just beyond that, you can tell by the giant bronze bull, it's the place we buy our critters. Excellent. And there should also, if we go this way, be a wee tip point. There we go. You can see there's the spinnery, and usually there's also a tip point here at the bakery of one form or another. But there's where our wool goes. As you can see, the questionable mark in the circle. And Patterson Sandwich Gold Mine. I don't know if I'd have gone with that personally. I mean, maybe it's a big money maker, but it has a feeling not. Ah, this is where we sell eggs. Disappointing being a bakery that all we can sell is eggs, but there you go. I mean, you think they'd be the #1 customer for some of our grains, but I guess without a flour mill, they probably wouldn't be. Ah. Ooh, Canada. Indeed. So, and that's located where? Just in... Is it at the gas station? No. Oh. I've completely lost track of it. Which means it's likely the opposite direction. There we are. Okay, just some random spot in front of Maplefield. Oh, Visitor Center. Okay. Yep. I would agree with that. That is commonly where you would find a Canadian flag. Just about every town you go into is going to have a visitor center. It'll be one of the first signs you'll see on the outskirts. So, very good, very good. Let's have a look at our general thing here before we go any further and see what we have to deal with. Alright. So we've got at least 3 places here that buy pretty much everything. The freight yard, the grain elevator, and the station port. Spinneries are self-explanatory. The biogaso planto. Usual suspects. We can also see from the top of the row that there are only the usual suspects included, which is fine. Alright, so beyond that, station sewage treatment plant. Yeah, apparently they deal in the dungaree, although it seems odd that a sewage treatment plant would deal in this sort of poop that we deal in. Station Tree Nursery, apparently they deal in the other dungaree. And then we have the Woodwork Factory. Now, why a Canadian place would spell factory with a K is beyond me. But there you go, it's a typo, I know. And they will buy wood chips. Alright, so it doesn't appear there's an actual sawmillery going on either. But we shall find out. We shall. So, might as well have a look at the gear they gives us. Alright, they give us a Forterra. Yeah, a little bit small, I'm thinking, for the size of the kit, or the fields I've seen. All pretty small. Very, very basic gear as well. So, I can see by the roads you'd want kit that size. Okay, what do we got here? No, this isn't a sell point. Alright. It is simply like a turisto attracciono. Where are we going here? I think actually we'll go and check out the port first. And then we'll go and check out the other side. How's that? So, it's back over the bridge. Yeah. And now, I take it I probably want to go this way, right? Well, here's to hoping. Yeah. And then we're going to want to follow this up. And see, this as well is something I would expect to see a little bit more as far as East Coast went. There's a lot more deciduous trees than coniferous. Now I know that that's mainly done just because, you know, farm sim you do a lot better, obviously, with fir trees than you do with any other type here, at least for their sale value, because it's got that whole straight, lack of curvature, blah blah blah, length, all of those things count towards the value. So, here we go at the station port. Alright, so let's have a look at a typical East Coast port. Wow. Okay, well, I guess they played it fairly safe. There's not really anything here that isn't a stock generic unit out of the game. Alright, here we've got our log cell area with the appropriate crane, which I would imagine works. Yep, it does. Okay. Oh, wasn't up here when I started, man. And then we've got our grain silos. That's not where we tip, apparently. Can I run over this log pile? I can. That's so cool. Whee! I can't jump that, though. I know. We'll sneak out here. Hee hee. Alright, somewhere there's a grain tip. Oh. Oh, for the train. Okay. So the grain tip at the port is for the train. Because, yeah, the other... Oh, and here's the tip for us. Alrighty. So it wasn't actually showing the wood tip. That's both of the grain tips. Alright. Yeah, other than that, like I said, all the parts are generic, so it's really hard to say that, yeah, this is a reasonably East Coasty looking. Although, I'm not sure where people get the idea that cattails and lily pads actually grow in salt water. Yeah, those are lake things. So, and as there are certainly no lakes on the East Coast that would be large enough to have their own port, one can only assume that is the actual coast. So, it's interesting that this area here is built up so steeply for this field. Interesting. Very interesting. Yes, I've lost my truck. Don't bug me about it. I can see the green dot, though, thankfully. Oh, my. There it is. Hello, the truck. Okay. So that is the port. Excellent. The port. Every time I say the port, I think Le Port, which actually means the same thing, but to most Canadians, the name Le Port also rings a bell. A very, very bad bell. So, okay, that way just is gonna get us back in there, isn't it? So, let's go straight up the massive highway here. Probably a part of the 101, but you never know. I don't see any highway signs. That's another thing. Here in Canada, man, we have a lot of highway signs. Like, there would have been a sign there announcing there was probably trucks turning ahead, etc., etc., etc. Now, let's just have a quick look. I'd like to, this appears to be one of the more foresty areas. So, we certainly got a lot of, I can see why the mod author said if you get bored you can do forestry. Now, one thing, when you go to the Modhub, it tells you very, very little about this map. In fact, it tells you, welcome to the East Coast of Canada. And yeah, that's it completely. So, and what I actually want to check is pretty much dead ahead of us. So, let's take a whistle up here. Yeah, I could have used the truck. I probably should have. Pretty dense forest, I must admit. And it should be here somewhere. Oh, I see. It just comes out here. Okay, into the back of there. Very good. Alright. I wonder if maybe there just isn't. Field 12. No, that's the field we already looked at. If there just isn't an appropriate sign pack available. Right? Because we use the same sort of signage you see in the States as far as the shapes. Like our Speedo signs are rectangular. They're not round. But of course they'd have to be printed in kilometers an hour, just as you would find on, well, any normal map. But beyond that, okay, we're just heading straight through, aren't we? We got all kinds of stuff up ahead here, apparently. Might as well keep the little map on. Alrighty, here we go. There must have been a hole here in the wall when I came in. There it is. Alrighty. So, we've got a gas station over here. Groovy Gasoline. Well, I'm not familiar with that brand, but there you go. It's been a while since I've been out to the East Coast. Maybe they've made up some bizarre, hypothetically named fuel stations. There you go. There's another Canadian flag in front of an industrial point. That happens. So, in here, we've got There should be the woodwork factory, which will be over here. Should be some form of a tip. Oh, it makes lots of noise. No, those don't actually work. Ah, here we go. Okay. So, chips, it looks like, yeah. Yep, sell point for wood chips, and this should be the sell point for logs. And it is. Okay. So there is our woodworking facilities. And conveniently enough, they are all clustered. Oh, look, eh? That's a weird set of binoculars. Okay, so I take it this would be a sell point for your hays and such. Hay und straw. Getting rid of straw und hay. Well, kinda. So it is your hay and straw thing, just backwards. Alright, weigh scales. Alright, so that's pretty much that area. There should be another tip. Ah, here we go. There's our other grain tip. Alright. And can I get out this corner? No, Bill. No. Can I jump the fence? No, no, no. No. But then again, I probably couldn't jump a 10-foot chain link fence in real life either. Notice how I said probably. Yeah, as if, eh? Alright, that was the wood tip, so that pretty much takes care of that side. So let's see if we can find our way down to the yard to freight. Alrighty. Let's oops. Turn ourselves around. I think we'll go the other way, actually. Looks like it's meant to be a bit quicker. Uh-oh. Unless that's just a trick. No, there should be a road just before it. And there we go. It's not. There's a train track. Well, that just will not do. Come on. So, I guess we'll have to go the other way after all. And there should be right about here. Lovely. We should be able to find our sheep farm. Should be just up here. Hello there, sheep is. And there we go. Wow. That's pretty deluxe. Sheep with indoor troughs. Well, this looks like a buy point here. So let's see how we do. We'll pick up, I guess, 10. 42,000. Don't I have the, what the heck, man? 4,000 a pop for sheep? Wow. And there's where our bales would appear. Yeah, see, this is more what I would think of an East Coast for. It's getting a lot of these deciduous trees happening. But I imagine there are parts that have dense coniferous forests as well. But I think pretty much from Ontario east, it's more of a deciduous forest. oak and poplar and maple and the sort of thing. Birch tree, of course. So we make the birch bark canoe. Now let's have a look-ski. So that is our sheep facility. We continue on. I think this is the way into the biogas. And it's sort of the other side of where we were earlier with the woodworking factory. So, here we go. Just get around the corner. I suppose we can go back to mini-mappy. And here we go. Some interesting kind of bits of trigger material sticking out there, but there's where we actually go. And yeah, you're going to need a front loader, or you're going to have to mod in a ramp. And here's our pits. Geez, they're not much bigger than ones on the farm. Probably have a good capacity though. And then here, oh, this is probably the one you'd sort of have as your working pit, eh? The others would be, well, I got way more than I thought. Alright, so we've already seen that stuff up there. So I think the quickest way back to the freight yard, so we don't end up having to take a train track, will be to go back down this way. And we'll also get to check out our other field. And this should be our money maker, because our last field was completely defunct. Oh no. Really? Oh, good. We actually at least get our soybean. In fact, I would imagine... yeah, that's our harvester sitting out there at the far corner. So, there you go. At least field 17 is not the disappointment that 12 was. Okay, let's carry on. And we'll go check out the freight yard, and then we'll head off to visit the chicken pig. Wow, that's quite the solar farm. Now, they're not actual, yeah. No, we're not making the 10K an hour or whatever the heck you get from them. But here you go. So this is the freight yard. Another working crane, another train system, and then of course right through here is your tippage. Nice. Okie dokie, very good, very good. Alright. Very nice. What are you into, Dexter? You're making an awful lot of noise for such a little cat. Now, can we get around to there? Yes, we can. Alright, let's go and have a look at the pig and the chicken. Big flooded ditchway. This isn't actually marked as anything on the map, but it's kind of an interesting little spot. Oh, I see, I see. It's to tend the train. Ah. Yeah, water tower, like it's a steam train they're expecting through here any moment. Yeah, there you go. That's pretty funny. But, I mean, I really, and the other one, I guess, is for sand, probably. And granted, they both do still have their uses, but I don't know that they use towers to get them like that anymore. But that's pretty cool. It's a nice looking field there. Okay, again, that isn't listed as anything on the maps. So this must be strictly a train thing? And I guess just using the same building is why that is there. Yeah, this is strictly for dumping in trains and such. Alright, let's head over here because we're about to find the farm of pigs. See, yeah, there's where you'd find bulrushes, that sort of thing there. And lily pads, sure. Oh, let's find out in wee Canadian dollars what this field's gonna cost us. Field full of sunflowers. We're looking at 278K, huh? Yeah. $25K. Oh, right, I must be on easy mode. I'm just thinking, boy, I haven't offered that kind of money in a mission, and I can't remember when. But yeah, I'm usually playing hard mode. Alright, here we are. The final Haminals. Silos. Oh, this is also where our crop silos are, apparently. Okay. So this is sort of our main farm. It's odd that doesn't actually show up as anything. Alright, here's some more of our kit. Another house. And this would appear to be the pig farmery over here. There's one trough. There's the other trough. Is this the buy spot? They're kind of arranged odd here. No? Alrighty. Doo-doo-doo. Yeah, some of them they're really obvious. Others not so much. Do. Must be something to do with this place. Wow. This is one big piggy trough. Okay, these don't open. So he's no buy pig there. And oh, it's right here. It's probably on the other side of that door, actually. Yeah, here we go. So let's buy us some pigs. Ooh. We don't have enough. There we go. We can only buy 9 pigs and then we're broke. Jeez. So, what's the deal? Where's my pigs? There's one. Hi there. Oh, they're all in here. Oh, don't hang around in here. Come on, get outside. Out. Out. Whoa. That's a bit freaky. Alright, there you go. At least a couple of them are out enjoying the sunshine. Okay. And just over here should be the book. There we go. Hello, ladies. Hey, buddy. Where are you, man? Rooster. Oh, there you are. Oh, I'll leave him alone. Looks like he's chatting up one of the new hens. So we'll let him carry on with that. Ow. That. Bang my forehead every time I do that. Alright. And I think, guys, well, that's going to be our look at East Coast Hills. As I said, it is available on the Modhub. Not a bad map. Does it scream Canada at me? Well, probably not so much, but I guess I'm a little hard to please. There you go, guys. Till next time, this has been Species 7 for Farm Sim 17 with another map review for you, or at least a walkabout. Take care. Remember to subscribe, share, all that happy stuff. Ciao for now.